us into a scarcity mindset, right? There's no food at the store. There's no gas at the gas station. There's no tires for your cars. There's no food. Man, have we been struggling with this water situation. We slipped out of that water. If you guys are new to the channel, my wife left the water on. We live off grid in that log cabin, and we live 100% off rainwater. And while I'm talking to you, I got to keep an eye on Rambo here, because he'll try to get me. So the wife was in a hurry and left the other day with the water on halfway, and about 4 or 5 hours later we're out of water, right? I did a video about it, and then we had the July 4th weekend and everything. Hope you guys had a good Independence Day. And let's think about that word, independence, not groupthink or populist. Independence. Oh my gosh, man, we're losing it. All right, so nevertheless, we slipped right into a heat advisory. I mean, come on, y'all. It's been 4 or 5 days since the last video. And that one day right after that, we had an okay day, and then it went to screaming hot. 100+ heat indexes off the chain, emergency alerts on your phone. We are in the hot and humid zone right now. It's, you know, July and August are typically pretty hot in the Midwest, so, but it has been a treat to deal with. All right, we're gonna get right into this video though. All right, so what we're gonna do is let the sheep out in the big pasture here. If you guys remember too, in one of the earlier videos, I sectioned off the big pasture for the sheep. Move now, Forrest. Come on, Forrest. Forrest. Forrest is a little hard-headed there. So I put the woven fence on the outside perimeter, right? Because normally we only have the barbed wire out there. So we did a security check on the homestead, and we put the woven wire all the way around the perimeter of this big pasture here. So I'm opening up that gate and let the sheep come out. But while I have to do that, I have to go down here and fix this other gate so they don't go in another pasture. And while we're doing that, we're going to talk about the scarcity mindset. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that we have going on right now, especially in our country, America, it's a lot of psychological warfare, okay? And when I say the scarcity mindset, kind of what I'm talking about is, in America, we have an abundant mindset, right? I do. I grew up, I'm 56 years old. You know, if you didn't come out of the Depression, right, and you grew up after World War II, after the Depression, you know, when times are good, you have a prosperity mindset. Just don't let them hijack your thing, right? If you're a person who cares about, if you're compassionate, you care about your fellow man, right? You can't let someone use that to hijack it, your feelings about it, and then manipulate you into stuff that actually hurts your fellow man, which is what's going on right now, okay? We can harvest our own oil and do refinery work here, and we can actually build our own stuff here, and we can we could actually be made in America, stamped on everything globally, right? Like it used to be, remember those days? And then send that out to the world, and we can help people in advanced societies all around the world, okay? But that's not what they do, right? They are limiting everything, okay? So that way prosperity does not go around the globe, okay? What they're doing is taking away from us, from our abundant mindset, right? And they're switching us into a scarcity mindset, right? There's no food at the store. There's no gas at the gas station. There's no tires for your cars. There's no food. There's no this. There's no water. There's blah, 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 blah. It's a scarcity mindset. They're actually programming you guys into accepting the new reality of less abundance. And they're kind of doing that on purpose, right? Because they've closed all the factory jobs in America. So you can't go to school, or you can't, you know, get out of work or school and just go get a job and have a job for your life. It used to be in America, you know, the last generation and two, that if you didn't go to college, you could get a good working man's job with a good pension and a good, you know, solid work day, and you would go to work and work for the company, and then you would retire, and then you would get a pension at the end of that, and then you would live on that, right? For all your hard work that you did for the big company man. they've taken that away. They're breaking the pensions because they're actually squandering the money. They're using that money to buy houses and all this other stuff that they shouldn't be buying that's riskier, and then they're losing money on it. So if you guys got your money in pensions and you're an older person, you might want to think about that. And you look at your portfolio. Leave a comment down below if you don't think I'm telling the truth, right? But leave a comment down below if you got a pension and your pension's been going down and down and down and down, and you're actually worried if it'll actually make it the whole time you're alive, right? So the scarcity mindset is there's not enough for everybody. There's not enough for everybody. And what that does is it causes people to, A, hoard, right? Because they have a scarcity mindset. So the people with money and a little bit of gumption are going to go buy up everything, right? And then the people with no money, they're going to have a doom and gloom all the time. When the poor folks have the doom and gloom all the time, what that also does is it creates sickness, right? Because your body actually, you know, there's a whole thing about it, right, guys? But me and Stacy have tapped into this. Your body actually is controlled by your thoughts, right? So if you think sickly thoughts, right, it's going to help you become sickly. If you think positive thoughts, right? I don't get sick. Stacy doesn't get sick. We say that out loud. We tell that to the universe. We eat healthy off the vine. We don't eat any chemical food. We don't eat out of a box. We don't go through drive-through windows, right? And so we're healthier for it. And we don't get sick. And we tell ourselves that over and over and over. And some of y'all have been on our channel for 5 or 6 years. And I bet you can actually leave a comment right now and say, you know what, that you said it? I have never seen Doug and Stacy sick. And I mean, you know, for a little bit there, we were posting videos every day for 2.5 years, and you never saw us sick, because we don't get sick. We have it in our mentality, and we have it on our physical body because we're eating foods that are good for us, right? Even the Bible says that he gives us every good food and every good seed that our body needs. Do you guys really believe that stuff? Because when they say he gives it to you, they don't mean like Kellogg's or any of those he's. They mean what grows out of the ground naturally, right? What the seeds that the Father has given us to grow and live is actually nourishing food for our bodies. Okay? So we want to stay away from that scarcity mindset. I forgot to tell you guys, man, we got an inch of rain last night. I might have mentioned it, but man, was that nice. Stacy has really been struggling with keeping that garden watered. So when we got the rain last night, man, that was really nice. So we'll end up showing you guys our system here, how we're doing this. But it's, you know, it just adds to your workload too. You know what I mean? With the scarcity mindset, also what this does is it destroys the middle class, right? Because what they're doing right now is they're just raising prices on everything. It's kind of strategic, right? So there's more rich people. If you guys look and see how many billionaires and millionaires were created during the pandemic, your head will probably explode while you guys were getting, you know, forced to stay home and lose your jobs and all this other stuff. There was people out there making a lot of money, and they did not have a scarcity mindset. They forced a scarcity mindset on you so then they could take advantage of your reactions, right? Remember, we talk a lot about on our channel here about action and reaction, about, you know, being ahead of the curve, so to speak. You know, like if you want a generator, you know, you go out and get a generator when there is no hurricane season and when people aren't losing power. You don't go get a generator when the hurricane comes through town and then you're sitting there at your house with no power, because that's when everyone else is going to get a generator. It's just like your preps, right? If you guys are prepping a little bit every month, right? You guys are saying now you can't afford it. How am I going to do it? But if you guys were prepping the whole time, every month, right? You're just putting away $100 or $50 or whatever it is. That's every month that you're closer to having a good store of pantry stuff, right? But you get caught into the scarcity mindset, and then I see a lot of comments, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, I can't afford it. But you're forgetting, like, you know, you can afford it, but you just have to be smarter about your money and where you're putting your money at. I think I had this up one time already, but I was lazy, and then Smokey came over here, you know how he is, and he just stomped it down. I'm just kind of rambling in this video. We had an inch of rain last night. It's been hot as heck. over 100 degrees, super sweaty, no air movement, guys. I mean, like, it's like, and then at nighttime, it's staying in the 80s. You better think about this off-grid stuff. It looks pretty romantic on the other side of that camera. Me and Stacy talk about it a lot. You guys have been conditioned into softness. We were there too. Hey, we were there too, right? 13 years ago, we woke up out of our slumber. We ditched the scarcity mindset. We came up here to have more skin in the game, right? We're like, we don't want anyone to control our food and our water and all this stuff. We don't want to pay all these high taxes for what? What are we getting for our high taxes? Nothing. They're telling us we can't have chickens in our yard, right? In some states, they're telling you can't collect rainwater, right? All the stuff you need to live, food and water, they're regulating it from you. And they're saying you can't do that in your own yard. You have to be part of the system. There's going to be a great awakening coming, y'all. We don't need the system, right? Those days are pretty much gone. Like, we don't really need the system, right? Public schools are a thing of the past. Get your kids out of the public schools. Okay, we're in the information age now. What we need right now is parents. That's what we need, parents. Return to your families. Stop chasing the dollar, you know? Find out better ways to make money so you can stay home and raise your kids, right? Because America is suffering for that right now, right? These parents, everybody's at home. I'm going to do a video on how America was tricked, right? Leave a comment down below if you want to see how America got tricked. Keep your eye on Rambo. He's trying to sneak up on me. Bye. Hey. I see you. Just go enjoy your nice high grass there. See you later. It's like 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. And one thing, man, that 1 inch of rain, it just really makes a difference. It spiked up the humidity a little bit more. We're heavy on the humidity. And it's just real still. Like, you know, there's no breeze. So it really makes it hot when you have 100 degrees during the day. And then if you only drop down to about 80 at night, man, that really sticks it to you guys. So if you guys are going to do this lifestyle, you have to condition your body, you know, and you got to remember that when you guys first get out here to the off-grid life, you know, it's going to be a test. But don't throw the towel in. Your body has to make adjustments. Okay? Now, speaking about body, like, the main thing we have is our mind. So be careful on what you're letting in. Okay? Don't sit around and consume the news all day long. It's negative energy without sustenance. It puts your body into a fight or flight state. Okay? And when your body goes into a fight or flight state, okay, it pumps up a lot of adrenaline. It goes to your fat stores. It does a lot of stuff to your body that helps preserve your body and your life in the short term. And what happens is, with this fear porn on the TV all the time, this, you know, scarcity mentality, no gas, no food, no nothing, right? It's leaving your body in a constant state of fight or flight. And that creates sickness, right? And they know this stuff. And your news stations, all of your news stations are complicit, right? All of them are complicit, okay? So they're creating an atmosphere where you are sickly, okay? So just remember that and fight back, okay? Fight back with a strong mental mind, right? That you know that it's not a scarcity mentality. You know that the Father provides, right? All of your needs. But it does take some action on your part. I see a lot of people saying that stuff, right? But it takes action. It takes you, you know, spending a few bucks every month or every week out of your check, or every month out of your check, or however you get your check, just a few $10, $20 every month. If you did that for 1 year, you'd be surprised at what a great pantry you could put together, right? So you just have to stay on top of that. No matter your income level, you can always put aside a little something to prepare for the future, right? Even if the grocery stores don't implode and there's no foods on the shelves, everything that you bought yesterday and the day before and last year and the year before was less expensive than it is today, okay? I know people that bought big food stores, you know, the freeze-dried stuff, food for a year, thinking that everything was going to melt down like a Y2K. Remember that? Everybody thought all the stuff was going to stop working, and we're turning the century, that everything's going to be confused, and you know, everyone thought the whole world was going to stop, right? So if you buy stuff even for that, right, at least now you have those preps for a time like this when they're running inflation off the charts. You guys could be eating those stores, saving the money that you're making now. A lot of times, if we can just save and get through these high points, you come through on the other side with low points, right? So if you saved your money and you were smart and you didn't really buy a lot of stuff when everything was high, you come out on the back end crushing it. That's why a lot of the rich people, that's how they make their money, right? And even upper middle class folks, they save their money, save their money, save their money. And then when stuff like this happens, people are losing their jobs, they're gonna get kicked out of their houses, you know, they're gonna have to sell their car because they can't make the payments. Then they swoop in and they buy all this stuff at a discount, right? It's the scarcity mentality. People are capitalizing on that mentality right now. Don't be the person with the mentality. Be the other person. And you don't want to really like pounce on them and stomp them into the dirt with it, right? But you just want to be positioned so that when good deals come about, you can take advantage of them if you can. If you can't, you're just getting your stores all the time, you're living your checks to checks, and you know, you're just a little better for it because you're thinking in the future. Always think about tomorrow. Okay, because it's going to come and you need to be prepared for it. Anyways, I'm just rambling now, and I could just do this for like 4 hours or something if you guys just wanted to yickety yak about it. But I do need to get this wood cut. I have to cut this wood a couple hours every morning because it gets so hot you cannot do it. And that's how you do it. And then you take a big rest in the afternoon. This whole water thing's been a big struggle. That 1 inch really helped. And that's it, man. I got a lot of news about the woodlot. I'm doing so many things behind the scenes, and some of it I'm even worried to share with you guys because I don't know how you'll receive it, right? Some of you guys just you think like off-grid means I have to live in this shack, I can't use gas, I can't have a lawnmower, I have to go out here and use my scissors on the grass out here. You guys are a trip. The Amish have all this stuff, right? They just pay for it, and they let the English people keep it at their house. I don't know where you guys get this mentality. Is it just the social media about off-grid living? Are you guys watching too much social media that is pulling your leg about off-grid living, where you got this mentality and you think like you just live out here and like you don't have no modern conveniences and like, you know, you don't have no gas and you don't drive a truck? And I mean, that's not off-grid living. Off-grid living is just being disconnected from the public utilities. We don't have any public utilities. We don't even have any solar power, but we have no electricity, no water, no sewer, nothing that the government, the big centralized government, can control over me, right? That's what we don't have, and that's what off-grid living is. And honestly, that's why they don't like it. We'll see you guys on the next video. Just remember that stuff, man. All this stuff is psychological. You guys can do this. Lean into your Bible. Keep your head clear. Come on now. Don't let them win. Before you guys get out of here, you will have a giveaway going on all the month of July. It's called the Always Be Prepared giveaway. It's at offgridwithdougandstacy.com. So far, we've given away over $800 in one prize pack to LG Homestead. They actually did a video about getting the stuff. They're on YouTube. I didn't know they were on YouTube. And then also Deborah won the second prize, and she won a Alexa Pure house, you know, water purifier that you put on your counter and you can run your water through it. It takes out the fluoride, the chloride, and all that stuff. So stay tuned to these videos, because not this video, but every video, make sure you're following the videos. Make sure you have the bell rang for notifications down below on the subscription thing. Because when we put up videos, not this one, but most of them are gonna have giveaways in them, because we wanna help you guys be prepared, okay? So we're gonna be dropping giveaways inside the videos, and all you have to do is go to Offgrid with Doug and Stacy. You can do that right now and register. So when you do whatever is expected of you in the video, like we say, leave a comment, Then we go check the master list at offgridwithdouganstacy.com, and you have to be registered there or you can't win, right? So I just wanted to throw that in here at the end for all you guys that stay to the end of every video, and I so appreciate it. Thank you very much. All those people that left a long time ago, appreciate you guys staying till the end. So make sure you're registered for the giveaway. Stacy's gonna be coming up with the video. I think she's been doing some fermenting, and yeah, we're pulling some stuff out of the garden. And then we'll have some more stuff coming up about some preparedness and some giveaways, all right? Because we care and we want you guys to be prepared.